how long has this film been in production, and where, you know, how long was the whole process of getting the casting and everything?
Quite a while, I think. When we got like the first funding, so that we could just start, we found the actress Mia, which she actually wasn't on the audition. That was a very interesting thing. We went to audition with Nina in Denmark, and Mia just sent her tape because she was somewhere in Thailand or something like that. And I really liked her, and then we made a Skype audition, where I just said to her, you know, you have to make Nina fall in love with you.
Over Skype.
Yeah, and I just put the sound off, so she
Wow.
couldn't talk. You know, she just needed to express herself in a different way.
That's
you know?
really clever.
And I told her, so you have to say goodbye to her, but you have no words. And I just put the sound off, and she did really good. And then, of course, I started to tell my producers, I really like her, you should bring her to Slovenia. And they were like, but it costs money. And I said, I don't care. And they said, and I said, I don't care. So, but yeah, then they did. And she did the audition very good. So, yeah.
And how long were you shooting the film? Did it take?
No, 25 days.
25 days. That's amazing.
Yeah, it wasn't a big budget film at all. No.
And was it hard to raise the funds in Slovenia for this film? Is it where did the funding come from? I can't. It's not often that we see kind of like films come out of Slovenia that kind of like, for me, this can totally travel. You know, you can. I saw this film in a festival in Oslo, and there was people in this festival, like American programmers and Australian programmers and everything, and we all loved this film. So you've made a film that can travel, but we don't often see that with cinema from.
Yeah, thank you. That's a very nice thing to hear, because I think it's the theme was maybe too universal and too, let's say, urban for some of the viewers in Slovenia, and maybe some of the viewers from other countries that still expect that movies from Slovenia, you know, will be about like really bad social situation and Eastern European communist grey blocks, you know, falling everywhere, poverty, different, you know, stuff like this. We have, of course, many problems in the country, but we also have this youth that has problems like in whole of Europe, and I really wanted to put that into film. So. And yeah, the funding was the Slovene Film Fund gave us basics, but then actually Danish Film Fund gave us some, and some Croatian money also. So then we kind of tied it together.
And you just brought it all together. 25 days. It looks amazing for a film. I mean,
thank you.
It's amazing what you can do in such a short space of time. We've heard other films at the festival this weekend that have been made in 20 days and 25 days, and it's just so accomplished.
You have to really prepare for this kind of filmmaking.
Sure.
And you have to take some sacrifices, of course, but you know, I think we did a good job. Actually, I have quite a few. I really like the scene with the little kid that's playing with you know, the theater show, let's say. I really like the beginning and the end, and I like these small things that are happening between them, you know. And I really like the scene on the railroad tracks with the guy, you know, who's talking about Matic, her best friend. This was probably one of my favorite things to work on, actually. Yeah, because we directors, I think we always see our stuff a little bit different, you know, and I really enjoy this scene because it's one take also. This is something that we like to accomplish, so yeah. Do you know filmmaker Roy Anderson? So I really like his kind of absurd surrealism style, but very humane at the same time. And I wanted to accomplish something a little bit like this, you know, so to begin a film on a different note, you know, to just give it some sort of a poetic intro, because I'm also a writer, and I like to, when I write, my first sentences, my first chapters are always a bit different than the story that's following it. And I think it gives kind of a nice frame to some melancholy and some atmosphere to the film that's about to follow. I always see it as the song that everybody's singing inside of their head all the time, you know. It's not the same song, but we all long for something. And this is the scene for me. So that was my intention. I think she saw something in her, or just her life, that her life experience. Maybe she didn't knew exactly. Maybe this was just like a precaution, that she said this. But what her experience in life taught her that it's better to say this sentence than not, And she just, she was right, actually. And yeah, this is this is probably my favorite scene. The Tina's mother, she's a very famous actress in Slovenia, probably the best actress we have from this generation, and I think she did a great job. So, yeah, I really enjoyed working with her. I have no idea. I was drinking wine during, not inside. So,
I'm sure
but
you
I hope you
did.
did because I saw some screenings, and I mean it's always different. Sometimes people laugh when they like shouldn't, but it's not my position to say to the audience now laugh, now cry. It really depends on from country to country, from audience to audience. But I think in general, it's on the right moments.